Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is a game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. Today we will check the play by email match against Jochen, the 4th February 1942. So in the last turns we saw that the original invasion force I sent to Luganville was not able to kick out the American units. So I more or less prepare additional forces to as soon as possible reinforce this landings operations. Also Jochen's British carrier division trying to sneak near to north of Sumatra, and I send my second carrier division there to intercept and hopefully create a battle and possible victory for me. This is now Japanese, I think, a minesweeper against two American or Dutch, I think, mine cruisers. So small against very small. And I think nothing really happened here. I don't know, normally the AM I would say is stronger, at least from the tonnage point of view, but and it was good view. But it's at the end, both are support ships and both don't have the desire to really engage an enemy ship. So I try to disengage here. Originally I sent this task force to that base to clean up mines. But looks like that Jochen still mining his bases in the Dutch islands. And because Jochen was in the north of Sumatra, I simply sent my amphibious operation task forces more to the south. Here is also Gasmata, simply to make sure that there's no enemy base more. Sooner or later I must pick up every base, a dot point base. Again, destroyer against submarine. And this is a big tanker task force, and I think these are tankers and more or less cargo ships also for using for support. Unluckily, I was not able to sink here this. I think my submarine tried to engage this task force, but you can see that it's official anti-submarine war task. So the destroyer found my submarine before I can come in position. Unluckily for me. Here's the same. This is maybe this British carrier division just trying to arrive at going back to Colombo, and my submarine was not able to find a really good target. I would normally attack, of course, the light cruisers and not the destroyer, but it is like it is. So my submarines failed to create any meaningful impact to this turn. So there's of course still Catalinas operating out of Batavia, out of Palmbang, and maybe more bases. I have to clean them up to get rid of this non-stop ongoing detection of my task forces. So now I send my Betty bombers to the source to slow down Jochen's Lindenau army. And I'm not able maybe to kill them, but I can slow them down and hurt them a little. Here I try something what I normally not try, but I want to see if it's possible. I use some zeros for ground sweeping attack. The zero can carry the 60 kilogram bomb. It was normally to slow down. I want only make sure that the Dutch not running away. But unluckily, it's too risky. I'm losing here 1-0. That is, of course, not the best trade. It is working, but maybe really not with a zero. For this kind of task, I maybe need Nick with the armor in 2-3 months. Today the flag is strong, so I also lose a Lily. I come out of, 10,000 feet I cannot go higher, or make no sense. If I go higher then I will hit nearly nothing. In this case I also hit only a very small runway hit, so this is attack on Bataan. And it tells me it makes no sense. This was simply not enough to really, let's say, I don't know what I want to say. I just want the attack on Bataan airfield was simply too less effect for the amount of firepower I put inside. I would say it's I better use my land bombers to train them in anti-submarine warfare or training for ground attack. At least in this case I will not use or lose any airplanes and get still something out of this. So this is a typical Chinese bombardment, also not with really big impact. This mountain terrain and rough terrain is again nearly impossible to create anything. Okay, Jochen is back, and I don't try to really cover my forces now with my zeros. I think I give up. At that point I really realized it makes simply no sense. It's if it's not your own base, don't try to stop a B-17. I pay now the price that some of my forces getting disabled, but it's acceptable. Better I get disabled ground forces than I losing zeros. I lost already far too much air force, I would say. So we just killed one Do 24 with our captain. Now is the airstrike on the ground forces in Xi'an again, not the airport. Only two, because I still see that there's a movement and open terrain. Even if it's a base, it's maybe the better option for me. Now I throw some bombs on this unit. Last time defeated my Japanese forces. I mean, not destroyed, but I was not able to really kill them and get rid of them. But my airstrikes are also only just barely scratching on the surface. And at least a little of my payload I throw on Changsha Airport. And nothing really happened. And this is the third airplane I'm losing today against Fleck. Very little impact today. Heavy rain. Again, we can see that Jochen is moving here, so everything what is moving I can normally attack with better outcome for me. So Jochen is scouting my bases and he's still using his P-17s here, and I'm not more sure, I unload some stuff here, so I keep some zeros here. But again, it's not my base, and Jochen uses B-17s to attack the ground forces, not my invasion forces. Nearly no damage from my side. But this was only the first airstrike, and now is the rest coming. But no damage for me. Oh, yeah. Nothing really happens. My zeros cannot stop. Now there's no zero left. But even without zero cover, all these airstrikes have no impact. This was normally the moment I can really damage something. There was a heavy cruiser. My submarine is in position. This was really the moment I was hoping for. 6 torpedoes, and I need normally only 1 torpedo hit, maybe to slow down the enemy cruiser, and then finally attack with my carriers. But yeah, a failure. So the whole operation to catch Jochen's task force was at the end useless. Twice my submarines had the possibility to slow them down, twice they failed. So it's simply luck. It's missing here for me. And one of my cargo ships have some problems with the flotation. So, and I bring here now my additional forces inside. Luckily, Jochen was using all his air power to make a ground attack or not a navy attack. So I can load here my 350, I think it's roughly 350 attack value without any problems. Of course, a little counter battery fire, so find the lucky hit. But most of this stuff is only disabled non-combat, so support units. Bombardment and juncture. Long bombardment, and hopefully we have some impact. I still can see here some small dots, so Jochen is moving normal units out of juncture to the west. And if I can land some artillery bombardment hits maybe on this moving unit, then at least in theory I would say this must have a better, stronger, more heavy impact on Jochen's forces. But you never really know what the game is doing so correctly. Naja, I would say it's a typical standard outcome. Luckily, no kill or damage for me and only for Jochen. So it is a good bombardment and I keep it up, even if it needs more time. Now Jochen is making his bombardment on my forces to test how much attack value I have left. Luckily, I bring in this down part, I think. So the big stuff is normally my infantry regiment. So we have now 80 or 77 to 491. I outclass him normally completely and will try the next 2-3 days to take the base now. Okay, this is maybe now the last battle of Kukong for a long time. You can see that my division is down to 15 attack value, but under the division is now the regiment, the 66th regiment with 81 attack value. Just enter the hex from here, source of Kukong. And Jochen try to break again. And I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I would say now, before my Japanese units had no way to retreat, so they fight to the end. They simply say, we don't give up, we don't surrender. But now this escape road is open, so these forces can escape. And then I can be that this is now why my forces will not fight to the bitter end, because then I will die simply. And you can see here my forces some are getting destroyed and the rest is all retreating now. So of course it is a tactical and strategic victory for Jochen. I simply must retreat to Canton. But it is, let's say, I can save the core of my units, let's say this. So we have here 4 to 1. Oops. I losing here many stuff. Well, a lot gets destroyed, mainly vehicles and guns, but also a lot of support stuff. This is normally doesn't matter. The only thing what maybe matters is squads. 2 units getting destroyed, the rest are retreating. For Jochen, it's only lightly stuff getting disabled, a little destroyed. So it's a victory, but it could be much more worse for me. So I accept this and say, okay, was not the best outcome, but I can live with it. This will not break the game. This will not change really the status quo of the power balance between Jochen and me. So, we arrived now at the normally 5th of February. So let's first check the intelligence report. I will see here again many observational losses and many flag losses now today also for me. So again, Topsies, this is transport airplanes, Talia, transport airplanes, Tina, transport airplanes. This was the last day that I can lift in supplies in the engagement of Kukong. So this 6 transport airplanes are maybe the final price I have to pay. Again, 2 zeros, 1 flag. This was this ground attack on Java, and 1 ops losses maybe about Luganville. And Jochen lost only 1 B-17 gets killed and 1 Do 24 was killed by a cap. Yeah, of course, again, not a good day for air war for me. Ship sunk was nothing, and my submarines had two good chance, at least the one chance of the enemy heavy cruiser normally. This was really a pity for me, but it is, I cannot change. Good. In China we have no real, yeah, we have this outcome or this change here. In the northern China is no big change. I was able to move in this hex, so I control now this border. Means I can now move units to this hex and then slightly north to Xi'an. If I really want to do this. Maybe I do this only to try to lure Jochen out of his position and then he can choose. I also can see a very small dot that Jochen is moving units north. You can see my scouts tell me, Jochen, bring forces from the north maybe back or to the center, who knows. But he's moving units away. Here in my center is no real change. I bring in one of my divisions to the source to help here. This was my idea, that I bring here one additional division, fully equipped. But it was too slow, let's say this. Now I have here two divisions, but this is maybe not enough to take Kokong, and my idea was that I maybe reinforce Kokong and then move out the damage division and let us heal. But I still can hold this Kokong stalemate. But now Jochen is the owner of Kokong, and I think it's make first, at least now, no sense for me with this kind of forces I have here to attack here again. I will shift my forces again and reinforce and maybe try to find a position where I can achieve a local, yeah, that I can focus and create in a base or on the spot so much attack value advantage that I can break the line. Because I not really must win one battle, I must get this Chinese stalemate in the move mode again. I not really want this one hex or this one hex. I normally must get the center broken or the source broken, or in Xi'an the north broken. Only if I can achieve this, I really have a chance here in China. Or it is a stalemate, like long time ago, and maybe also in reality, that it's cost me supplies. So if I really want push here in China much more, much longer, then I burn supplies. And if I stop with this, then I can maybe use this somewhere else. Yeah. Good, so no real big change here in China. It is only that my forces are broken and now here back in this hex. And I saved the HQ. This division is broken. I have 165 damage units out of 324. So roughly, very roughly, you can say that 50% is destroyed and 50% is disabled. But you can also see that all of my support, or most of my support, is not destroyed. And this means that it is very, or without any limitation, or without any mallows, I can bring this, after I bring this division back to Canton, and then I have enough supplies, then this division can normally rearm and refit as soon as possible, because these units have still enough supply by themselves. Supplies and support. And additional, this army HQ will also give support. So I don't lack any support issue. I can reinforce this division very quickly. But I would still say 2 weeks is necessary to rearm the division and bring back an action. Okay, so maybe at the beginning of March latest I'm here with maybe 2-3 divisions. If this is enough, hard to say. Maybe I will try to go from there somewhere else and try to open a new front, only to lure Chinese forces away. We will see. Burma is still no activity. I don't really focus for Burma. I say my strategy is really Java first and Burma second, and not at the same time. So order of conquest is normally Singapore, Philippines, Java, Sumatra, then Mindanao, and then after this is Burma, step by step. Yeah, let's say this. Here's one small ship, maybe a small shitty cargo ship Jochen only sent out to lure my carriers somewhere in this direction. I have my cruisers here, and normally I'm here on reaction 6. Unluckily, my cruisers maybe not detect this, but I mean, I come from this source, so so I detect now this task force, or my cruisers maybe can react for this and maybe sink it. Yeah. My carriers are here, and enemy task force is here, so you can see light. I mean, this is of course not the best recon, but there is at least one carrier and maybe a second carrier, maybe it's Hermes, and the 2 British carriers are maybe here. And at least here's the light cruisers, destroyers, and also heavy cruisers. And my submarine was in position and had the chance to really do something. Consumed all these torpedoes. So you can see 2, 4, 6 torpedoes, but no hit. Not even one hit. One hit was normally to slow him down, 2 to cripple him. Once he was crippled, I maybe had the chance to make a strike. Now I will maybe next turn, because it's still... I can see here 160 fighters, so I don't know if Jochen have all his British fighters maybe in Rangoon. And I'm not sure if they can really transfer in one turn from Rangoon to Colombo. So at least what I will try is I will go in range of my zeros to make a sweep over Colombo and test the enemy air defense. If this is successful, we see next turn. So here in Rabaul, I land my troops here, take the space, looks undefended here. I was able to land additional forces. I have now here nearly 500 attack value. This is my invasion fleet, and this is this cargo ship gets a hit. 155mm hit. Some system damage, no really heavy damage, but some fire. Okay. I was able also to unload some additional forces. This is what is left, more or less. This is only some support, so it doesn't matter. I don't must wait for this stuff to unload, because it's of course, I mean, now Jochen know I'm here. He will maybe switch all his air force to a navy attack. My carriers are not in the position to battle this out. So I will stop this unloading. Simply say cancel unloading. And go back to Rabaul. Full speed. To disengage and save my cargo ships. At the same time, I will have my carriers here with Task Force 14 air cover long range attack. So I will stay nearby, make sure that if there's an airstrike without enemy escort fighters, then I can maybe stop it. But if Jochen uses P-40s again, this will cost me simply too much. Good. Anything else I have to say? Not now, not first. Yeah. Let's keep it like this first, and next time we see how successful this ends. Thank you all, take care, bye bye.